going to wait till a few more people get in the chat because I got some big news. Couple things just happened. Hold on. I'm going to flip the camera around. Yeah. I got to wait a few minutes. Guess who's moving? I can't believe it. I had a very eventful little break. I'm not going to be able to stay live for long. For some reason, my battery is not charging quickly. And I've got about 50% right now. So I'm not going to be able to stay as late as I had hoped. But I'm going to... Is DOA out yet? Does anybody... Hi, Wolf's done. Well, you are a tricky thing. You have so many names. Are you... So is there any word on DOA? I had to shut everything down so my phone would charge as quickly as possible. Did anybody hear anything about DOA? Anything? It's 2 o'clock here. Oh, it's only noon there. Oh well. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will let me know. Oh wow. Okay, so here's the deal. There's a whole 5 people in here, so I'm gonna let you guys in on what just happened. Okay, first thing is, I'm in the alley again, but I'm keeping my feet on the sidewalk, okay? Look at this, because there really is nobody around. Okay, a great big, I don't know if you saw it or not, it was just as I came on, there was a, look at this. Okay, so there was a big moving truck in front of the door of the Church of Scientology. Remember I said the Ideal Org grand opening was supposed to be Friday this week, and I said there's no way they're going. Well, guess what? They're going. I just had a cup of coffee waiting for, and charging my phone. This is shaky because it's zoomed in, and that's the back of the Scientology building that has that. Thank you, Gigi. That has the truck. See, the truck is parked in the back of Scientology building. Okay, now there was just a huge truck parked right here, moving truck, and they are moving desks, computers. Scientology is moving their shit. So they are going to the Ideal Org. They're moving to Printers Row, to Clark. They're moving into that great big building they've owned since 2007. So I talked to the neighbors. The neighbors, I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but it's a restaurant where I go to get coffee, charge my stuff, and warm up. And I talked to them today, and they said that they have not been in all week because the week before, meaning the Scientologist customers, have not been in all week because last week they came in and said they're leaving by the end of this month. And don't forget, there are old announcements that the grand opening for the Chicago Ideal Org in Printers Row on Clark, is supposed to happen on Friday, this Friday, the 23rd, in 2 days. Okay, so that's the first thing I found out. The second thing I found out because of Wolfpack is I subscribe to Eventbrite too, but I never look at it anymore because I never have anything I want to do. Anyway, she sent me a notice about a seminar that's happening tonight at 11:05 Lincoln, and it is a seminar hosted by the Church of Scientology on how to be a true gentleman. I will guarantee you that it's going to be run by Nation of Islam. And that's from 7 to 9 o'clock tonight in Chicago at the Lakeview location. So it's going to be at 1105 Lincoln, sorry. Lincoln and Wellington at the only Church of Scientology we have that's open. So if you want to learn how to be a gentleman, how to learn to be a gentleman, the Church of Scientology is hosting a seminar on that very subject tonight. How to be a gentleman at the Church of Scientology. And I would bet all the money in my pocket that it's being run by the Nation of Islam gentlemen, because they really are gentlemen. They're the only ones that talk to us. They're the only ones that, well, they used to. They used to talk to us. They used to be pretty civilized. Do I have any, let's see. I need to reach out to Are You Jellin? Is there anybody in here right in the chat that knows how to moderate? Hello. Does anybody know how to moderate in here? How about you, Wolves Den? So, Wolfpack at 3011 North Lincoln and Wellington. There will be a seminar tonight from 7 to 9 in the Church of Scientology on how to be a gentleman. Most likely, it's hosted by the Church of Scientology, but it will most likely be taught by the Nation of Islam. Scientologists. They're Scientologists and members of Nation of Islam. And I'll bet you Daniel will be here, our old buddy Daniel. So if you don't know what this movement is about and you need more information, there are a million places to look, and I'm not going to talk about that today. There are lots of, start with growing up in Scientology or the book Barefaced Messiah, and you'll know exactly why. I'm not stalking either. Certain words have legal implications, and stalking is not what I'm doing. I am a citizen reporter getting information about a cult. So this is the Hubbard Dianetics Foundation and Church of Scientology. This is as good as they can do in Chicago. However, I just saw 2 moving trucks and talked to the neighbors, the business next door, that informed me that they will be gone by the end of the month. And obviously it is true. They're moving. They're supposed to have a grand opening in 2 days on Friday. I don't know if that's true, but it has been confirmed that they are moving. So that's the news in Chicago. I'm going to stay out here for a while yet. I'm going to see see how long my battery will last, and talk to whoever comes in or out, and see what we can see here at the Chicago org. I know there's a lot of streams going on in LA, but you're not going to hear anything at noon in LA. I mean, you'll hear something later, but it won't be till after 2 probably. Hopefully there will be a DOA live tonight or tomorrow. I'm crossing my fingers and saying my prayers. The Austin opening is the 24th. That's Saturday. Our opening is supposed to be the 23rd, which is Friday. That's 2 days from now. And you know what? I've been here since 10 o'clock this morning, and I've been here for days, for a month now, and days this week. So I was here when was I here? Monday, Saturday, I don't know, every other day pretty much. And I have never seen a moving truck till today. And as soon as I walked out of where I go to get coffee and get warm, there were two big moving trucks, one in the alley and one by the side door. So no wonder Barbie's stressed out today and wouldn't let me in to watch the movie. It's because it's moving day for her. Well, one of them. It's going to take them a while. So yes, they are. It has been confirmed. They're moving. They said they will be completely out of this location by the end of this month. And I mean, they've been announcing, if you guys look, if you care to look, there's a bunch of old various Chicago newspapers that announce a grand opening here, and they happened pretty much every year since 2015. Don't forget, they've owned their quote-unquote ideal org building since 2007. So the building in Printers Row, it's a 6-story building. That really does put this one to shame. This one they've had like this since 1974. Somebody mentioned the other day, wow, those signs look like they're the original signs, but believe it or not, they're not. They're new. The old ones were like a really fun shade of aqua, I guess you'd say. Aqua. Is that the color? I don't know. Anyway, kind of a greenish blue. So anyway, yep, they're moving. Finally. They've been here since 1974, and they're moving to their ideal org. And remember, all the so-called executives are returning from their 4-year brainwashing in Clearwater this week. So, and we did see one woman with a suitcase today. We have not seen much activity at all. I didn't even see, I mean, I saw them moving some like office equipment into the big truck, but that's it. I mean, I haven't seen much of anything. I think I talked to 2 Scientologists all day, or 3 or 4, something like that. Including when I walked in the door and Barbie told me to leave, that she knows what I am and what I'm doing. So yeah. Are you glad to see me out here? It's beautiful outside. How's it going in Portland? Tell me all about it. My beloved son Ben lived in Portland, and he passed away in 2018, but he was a wonderful person, and I miss him and miss visiting him in Portland. I absolutely love it there. So how's it going with the po-po these days? Are they being civilized? Our police are. So far, knock on wood, our police have been great. We've never even been trespassed from the dumpster or anything. Yes, free DOA, you are right. Nobody's going to see him until they pull him out of the holding room in the courthouse. Okay, let me show you guys all right, so I'm walking down to the end of the block. Here's the Scientology door. They have like 16 doors to the building. I guess it's in case of invasion by humans or aliens or whatever they're not. They just like, the day, like 2 days after we started coming down here, they have been closed and locked up since. So on the one hand, I guess it's a good thing. On the other hand, they're doing stuff like hosting seminars on how to be a gentleman tonight from 7 to 9. I found out those 3 things while I just went to have a cup of coffee and charge my phone. There's a seminar tonight on how to be a gentleman, hosted by the Church of Scientology. It's happening tonight in Lakeview from 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, you guys, Lisa, no police so far in Portland today, you mean? Or ever? Yes, closed and locked up, Serge. But Serge, listen to this. I went to charge my phone and get a cup of coffee, came out, and during that time, like hardly anything had happened. I talked to maybe a handful of Scientologists today. Between that time, there were 2 moving trucks here. I had spoken to the restaurant I was in, their neighbors. They're I'm not going to say the name of it, but their company sits right between the 2 sides of Scientology. This side and the other one that has the signs on it. And I come out, there's 2 moving trucks, one in the alley and one right here, and they're moving office equipment. The people in the restaurant told me that the Scientologists go in there all the time to eat and try to get the employees of that restaurant to come over. They said, come on, come to our church. And they're like, no way, man. Because their kids, who are teenagers, told them, stay away from them. They're weirdos. So they told me that the Scientologists who go in there all the time told them that they're going to be completely out of this building that they've been in since 1974 by the end of February. And they were announcing, I don't even know, months ago, that the opening of the grand opening of the Ideal Org in Chicago, which is on Clark Street in Printers Row, was going to be February 23rd, 2 days from today. So it might actually be so. I don't know yet, but I do know they're moving. And also find out that they're hosting a seminar tonight between 7 and 9 o'clock called How to Be a Gentleman. And I believe it's the members of the Nation of Islam who will teach it, because that's their big thing. Here's one moving truck. I'm in the alley, but I'm close to the end. I'm like almost on the sidewalk. I just want you to see this. If you guys didn't yell at me so much, I'd run down there and ask that guy if they're moving. But you always get so extreme about being in the alley. So I won't, unless someone else shows up. Yep, that's the back of the Church of Scientology. This is the side. That's where the truck was. One of them. The other one you just saw. Hello. Yeah.
Protesting Scientology?
Yes.
I sent you messages on your...
Yes. Phaeton, Windy City. Which one are you?
No, I'm not Afghan.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my name on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's actually my real name.
Do you mind being on camera?
Not,
You don't want to be? That's okay. You'll get used
I'm
to
a
it.
little bit shy, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I was so excited to see your dog. Why don't you have your
Oh,
dog? with you?
he's busy today. He has a really, really full social calendar. He's playing with a friend in the park today.
Okay.
So I just got finished going in this restaurant right here. So this is Scientology right here.
Yes, I know
This.
Yep. I've been here like for about 1 hour and a half, 2 hours now. I just don't know how
When
to
did
do
you come the first time? I mean, when have you been here? Today?
Today, yeah. When I sent you text on your community thing, when you said you can email me.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And yeah, so I've been here since. I told you when I got here on the message.
Oh, I can't check my messages. I had to shut it off to charge it because the
Okay.
battery was at 0.
Okay.
So, and it's charging slowly. So anyway, guys, I hope that made sense. Do you understand what I've just said? Hi, Serge. I'm kind of bummed out because not only are they having the seminar tonight, they're having a seminar between 7 and 9 tonight called How to Be a Gentleman, hosted by, oh my God, it stinks. Let's go. Hosted by the Church of Scientology. They're also moving, I was told. And I saw 2 moving trucks just now. One of them left when I turned the camera on it. And they're supposed to have the grand opening for the Ideal Org they announced months ago on Friday.
Yes.
And the people where I had a cup of coffee told me that the Scientologists come in there all the time and told them they're moving. They'll be out completely by the end of February.
This February?
And that they have not been there this month. And if that's supposed to be the grand opening on Friday, it may actually be happening.
Okay.
Which I'm shocked. Like I was saying, there's no way they're going to go by then because I don't see anybody doing anything. And now all of a sudden they're moving.
They have the money to just open
Do
it
anything.
for the sake of not looking bad.
Yeah,
Just
true. This is true. I mean, that's hard. Yeah, okay, so.
it's all about momentum. And they don't want you to feel crescendo momentum.
Yeah,
Protesting, you know what I mean?
right.
And that's important for them to make it look like their plans are going as...
Yes, because I mean, they've owned the building since 2007. They have announced grand openings since 2015, almost every year.
Okay.
But during the pandemic, they didn't.
Okay.
And now they've started again, right? And they've never followed through with it. So it looks like this year might be the year.
Yep.
Yes, they do. They need a seminar on how not to steal people's credit card information, on how not to commit bank fraud and securities fraud, about how to treat elderly people and not abuse children. They need lots of seminars, but the last freaking thing they need is how to be a gentleman. And I'll say it again, I'm pretty sure it's the Nation of Islam that's going to be teaching it because that's their big thing. That's one of their big things, and also it's something they happen to be good at. So here we are, absolutely nothing's going in. I walked into the org for the first time today.
Okay.
Did you watch any of the live?
No.
So the first thing I did was walk into the org.
Okay.
And they were like, out, 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 out. I was like, I want to see the movie. And they're like, you can't see the movie. And I said, why not? And they said, because we know who you are and we know what you are. I was like, what am I? They were like, out, out, out. So I left. See, it says come in and start watching. So I said, I want to start watching the movie.
I met one of them here on the sidewalk. She was kind of
Some of them are, but it's phony. It's not real nice. It's not real niceness. Like the people in the restaurant kept saying that they come in all the time to eat and they say, oh, please come to our church. We love it when people, we would love to show you around our church. You would love our church. Everyone's so nice. And she said they're Hispanic in there, the owner and all the staff. And they said they smile too much, which is really smart.
So you want to go next?
Well, it's going to be on film. Not film, but it's going to be on
Live stream.
the sound. Yeah, I'm live streaming.
Let's go to
How to not be, yep. Well, Lisa, they called the cops on us at least 4 times. They call them, but the police don't come.
I saw a police car passing by
Uh-huh.
like 1 hour ago.
Yeah, I don't care. We're not doing anything illegal, and it's not that protects you from being arrested by any means, as has been borne out in LA. But, yeah, I feel like even if I did get arrested, it would be, whatever charge would be defensible, because I'm here and it's on video, like everything is being taped. So there's somebody here that showed up, like, so are you an anti-Scientologist?
They are anti-me.
Oh, okay.
They've been coming after me since I moved here.
You live in Chicago?
No. So I grew up in North Africa, in Tunisia.
That's you. Now I remember you. Okay, so are you okay to be sound on here? All right, so guys, someone just showed up and he said Scientology is anti him and I want to hear his story. So, that's what we're going to do right now. So you have to talk kind of loud, like about this volume, because I have no external microphone. And do you want to sit down and do this, or?
I get kind of shy.
You don't have to be on film, but we could be.
No, it's okay.
Let's sit down here and we'll be on
being
together.
Film would attract more viewers, maybe.
It will.
You know what I mean?
It will. Let's sit down here together, and you can tell me your story. And so I don't have a ton of battery left. So can you do it in like 10 minutes or less?
No, I can go. I can tell you just the headline.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then if we, maybe we could do an interview on another day.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be live streaming?
I would love to, but I don't know how. And when I went to try by myself, I'm really not good at putting
Me neither.
electronics.
Me neither.
And,
But there's a lot of people that will help you. Okay, guys, first of all, there's so much traffic right here. Tell me your first name.
my name is Nafa,
Nafa.
pronounced Nafa.
Okay, Nafa. And you're from Tunisia.
Yes.
And I'm taking it that you were a Scientologist at one time?
Yes.
Okay. So hang on, let me make sure that the sound is good.
Okay.
Can you guys hear? Please tell me if you can hear Nafa. Yes or no?
Can you hear me, guys?
There's 15 people, but
That's not good.
no, we
15 new friends.
had more people earlier, but that's okay. Okay, so you can hear. Thank you, sis, the cat girl. Okay, so Here we go with Nafa's story. Start wherever you're comfortable starting.
So I grew up in Tunisia, North Africa. I went to medical school over there. I got a visa to get a visa for the purpose to study psychiatry here, to do residency in psychiatry in America.
Oh, interesting. Hang on. Can you guys hear Nafa? Just tell me yes or no. Can you hear Nafa enough to understand what's happening? There was a lot of traffic and there was some wind.
And there is accent.
No, the accent, your English is perfect. So, guys, hello, my viewers. There's 18 people. Could one of you please tell me if you can hear Nafa? Okay, Nafa, talk again. So you were born in Tunisia.
Born and raised in Tunisia, North Africa.
And you came here for a residency in psychiatry.
In psychiatry.
Gotcha.
Okay. So,
She says it's low. You really do have to kind of... Sorry.
So, between 2005 and 2006, I was single here in Los Angeles. And I went back home in 2006, got married and brought my wife back with me.
Okay.
I have a friend that has a booth in farmer's market. He offered to take my wife with him to help him.
Okay.
I told him yes. So this is in LA. And in the booth next door to my friend's booth was Gerard, the cook at the Scientology Celebrity Center.
Okay.
And he works to hire people, to spot people in farmers
Right.
market, to hire them for the Church of Scientology, and
Right.
he spotted my wife.
Right.
So my wife came back home with a book of Dianetics. That's probably a week after she landed here in America. She's
Oh
a
my
psychologist.
gosh.
She has a degree in psychology.
And was she fluent in English?
No, we both didn't speak English at the time.
Okay. But she got a book of Dianetics.
She got a book of Dianetics. We would read English, but we wouldn't speak it.
Okay.
And then that's how my marriage completely changed.
They can hear you. Okay, good.
And so to make a long story short,
Did she join Scientology?
behind my back, kinda,
Mm-hmm.
they started doing things to me at home and things because they were interested in bringing me in.
Of course.
So
Tip-
my wife and I divorced, to make a long story short.
Typical Scientology ruining people's families.
So after my wife and I divorced, and I figured nothing is going natural, something is happening behind my back in my life. I kept up with it, and I figured that it's coming from Gerard.
Okay. You got uprooted.
No, I did my own research about what happened in my marriage.
Yeah.
And I figured out, like, it all falls back to Gerard.
He was turning her against you, manipulating her to come to Scientology.
Yes.
And probably said you were a suppressive person and you were bad for her.
Okay.
Okay.
And when I approached them, they told me the same thing about her.
Okay.
So our marriage split up anyway. So what I figured, maybe if I go in, they would stop playing games with me and let me just. So we went in
To the church.
to the
To
church,
the,
to
the
mission,
cult.
to the
Right.
cult, yeah, to the
Gotcha.
mission in Montrose,
In Montrose?
California. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went. They have a small mission over there. So
Okay.
I went to that mission. The lady that took me also has a booth in a farmer's market. Her name is Sylvie Gagné. She's not allowed to go to France. The authority in France wouldn't allow her to see her kid. And she works in farmer's market and tried to hire people for Scientology too.
Okay.
And she took me.
So these are recruiters basically,
Yes.
pretending to be, I mean,
Yes.
were they pretending to be farmers or?
They were pretending to be, yes, bakers selling baked goods in farmers markets. Yes.
Tricky.
They're all French, and they were targeting the Tunisian community for specific reason. At that time, we had an election going in LA.
Okay.
We'll get to that too.
Okay.
They intervened in that too. So, divorced my wife,
Yes.
went in
Went into Scientology.
and started taking life improvement courses.
Like which ones? Do you remember what they were called?
Yes.
The
Who you can trust. The one about work and about the position of danger and all that.
yeah, work I've seen. Did you take the way to happiness or did you do the pure F?
Yes, and I did one audit.
Okay. Just
Single-
one?
Just one.
Okay.
And then I didn't feel safe in LA at all because of LAPD.
Because of what?
LAPD,
LAPD.
yes. LAPD was keeping an eye on me because of, I don't know what Scientology told them and whatnot.
What do you mean? Where did you see them? What were they doing?
So I would see people, like you don't see people carrying weapons openly in LA a lot, and I was seeing
No, it's not like here, right? Yeah.
And I was seeing a lot of people like,
Following you.
yeah, and carrying weapons, and they looked like cops.
Okay.
They were dressed civilian. So I just took my stuff and left LA.
Okay.
Went to San Jose. As soon as I went to San Jose, I went to the San Jose org. They have the ideal org over there in San Jose.
Okay.
So as soon as I landed in San Jose, I went to the San Jose org.
Mm-hmm.
And then me taking the courses going there doesn't change anything about people following me, about people knocking on my door where I'm living to ask me what I'm doing and things like that. But I kept going until they came to me with the $1 billion contract.
Okay. They wanted you to join the Sea Org.
I signed the contract, I joined the Sea Org, and I left that day. That's the last time I went to the org. This is the day I signed the $1 billion contract.
Okay, let's wait a second. Can we wait till this truck leaves? Okay, so if you can't hear, because there is a lot of traffic here. Tafa has just said that he got manipulated into Scientology by his wife, and there were Scientologists at a farmer's market posing as bakers, and they were actually recruiters for Scientology, and that's how he and his wife got into it. And one of them is the cook at the Celebrity Center, and he started being followed by who he thinks were LAPD, or at least maybe private investigators, some people who were carrying weapons. And strangers were knocking on his door and asking him questions. And he went to the Ideal Org in San Jose, signed the $1 billion contract, and then left. Where'd you go from there?
So I left because they told me, at that time I was undocumented, my status was done, and that's another story, but I want to make it short. They're involved in messing up my status too. And they told me they're gonna put me on the Sea Org boat and take me to South Africa and smuggle me into South Africa without a passport, because I didn't have a passport, and the Tunisian embassy wouldn't give me a passport until I show a proof of legal residency in the United States.
Did you have it?
No, I didn't have it.
Right.
They told me that's not a problem. We're gonna put you on the boat and you're gonna go to South Africa.
Okay.
And you're gonna be there doing the Sea Org thing, doing like the $100,000 for $50. At the time, it was like they told me about $24 or $29. It was less than
$24 or $29 a week.
A month, or something like that.
A month?
Cigarettes.
Holy moly!
Yes.
What year was this?
So this was 2014.
Okay.
This was around 2014. So when they told me that, I was like, I was thinking I go there, pay $180 a month, take my time in reading the course, and get them off my back.
Okay. So you agreed to go on the boat, go to South Africa? No.
So when they said you go on the boat, that defeats the whole purpose. Like I want to be here.
Yeah.
Be in South
Okay.
Africa.
Gotcha.
I'm from North Africa. My purpose in life was to come over.
Yes. Gotcha.
And I didn't move here because I need money or anything. I'm a medical doctor. My dad used to work for United Nations. My mom has a degree, has a PhD in geology.
Okay.
So I moved out of principle.
Okay.
Not looking for money or anything.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends, they run hospitals in France. I could go that route too, but I wanted to move to America because I love the country.
Okay.
So they told me we're gonna put you on the boat to South Africa. I was like, okay, that defeats the purpose of what I was trying to do with them. Pay $180 a month, once every 2-3 weeks, and get them off my back.
Okay.
So, and I left, and since it's been fair game full on, like you have no idea.
Since 2014?
Since 2014. From before they were fair gaming me, but it became like full on.
Terrible. So that's 8 years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
So
For 8 years they've been fair gaming you.
yes.
Okay.
And I'm still standing.
Where do you live
everything.
now? Here in Chicago?
I've just been made homeless. We'll get to that. I lived in homeless shelters a lot. Yes. And they would be fair gaming me in homeless shelter, having me going through sleep deprivation in homeless shelters. The last episode, we jump from there to the last episode to make a long story short.
Okay.
And it's kind of traumatic to go through it too. I try to, like step by step. So the last episode, I was working in a smoke shop in Elgin.
Okay.
I would make about $900 a week, which is really fine, in cash. I'm undocumented, I don't have much options
Right.
for work and things
Right.
like that. And even for housing.
Mm-hmm.
So when the owner hired me, his purpose was to make $30,000 a year out of the place. I got him up to $250,000 a year. He loves me. I'm putting cash in his pocket.
Doing what? Can you say?
As a salesperson.
Oh,
in the
sales.
smoke
Okay.
shop.
Okay,
As
gotcha.
a salesperson, place was dead, that I just brought it back to life like crazy.
Okay.
Became super busy. The owner loves me. All that was not enough. I called Congressman Adam Schiff about what
Yeah.
happened to Aaron and Confident Chris.
Okay. You called Adam Schiff about Aaron and
Confident Chris.
Aaron Smith Levin.
Yes. The assault.
Yes, I know what you mean. Hold on a second. Hold on. We got a bunch of little kids coming by.
Philip is like,
Let's wait till they get past. Yeah.
Yeah, you come to Crosby. They
oh,
always
very exciting. How you doing, Mr.
come to
Will?
Crosby. Good. How are you, Sarah?
Oh, Philip, I know you want to say hi. You gotta stay in the line. Yeah, try to stay in the line,
This
love.
school is huge.
I know.
Lenny, you had your birthday in
Look who's here.
Kira. Oh wait, Kira, you're
She's transitioning this week.
hi, Kira.
We're just checking out Scientology building to make sure nobody's doing anything while we're gone. Can you guys still hear us? Are you listening to Hoffa's story? Let me know if there's life out there.
He will be. He's gonna leave and Juliet and Daniela and Maya.
All right, go ahead. Talk loud. They're not going anywhere.
So,
Is that mine?
yes.
Thank you. Oh my God, I totally would have lost it. Okay,
So
they can hear.
So I was working in smoke shop, like doing great at my job. My boss is very happy with me, but they would come all the time.
I know.
Mostly people from the Nation of Islam. That's their picture.
No way.
Yes. Mostly people, Muslim. Mostly people from the Nation of Islam. They would come to the store, and they would try to manipulate the inventory. They would try with the requests that are super bizarre. It's 5-6 people, and they would be pulling my triggers they really know from my time being at Scientology
Yeah.
and doing the audits.
That's so nice.
Yeah, they use the information that they
Yes.
get from you in auditing.
And so the next day after I called Congressman Adam Schiff,
Yeah.
this lady walks into the store and goes off on me and goes, "You have issues with women because of your faith." Just like that, out of the blue, and I wouldn't take it because my boss was with us on the mic, and I told my boss, "You will have to tell her to leave the store, or I'm leaving."
Oh, the one in the white shirt?
So my boss wouldn't tell her to leave the store. I had to leave myself. This is a lady from the Nation of Islam. And I confronted her. I asked her, "Did Scientology sent you?" And she wouldn't say no.
Okay.
So I leave the store. I go home. I find the cops at home. My roommate signed a restraining order on me. And I had to leave without even taking my clothing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
So
Okay.
they do that when I make it. All the time. This is not the first time I do a job like that. And all the time it happens with something I do around the time I make it. So this time what I did is called Congressman Adam Schiff, and I made it to the point as an undocumented immigrant where I'm trying to protect is my housing and my job.
Yeah. Did you leave your name with Adam Schiff? With
Yeah.
his office? You left your full name?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So what I try to protect, because what they try to do, when they gain you, what they try to do is take away from you what you try to protect.
Yeah.
And as an undocumented immigrant, what I try to protect is my housing and my job.
Right.
Those two things
Very
are,
important.
Yeah, it's how to say, it's a mission when you're undocumented. Your
Yeah.
housing and your job are
Yeah.
a mission. It's not something that counts.
You can't take it for granted.
Not at all.
Right.
So what they did, so I'm making $900 a week, sometimes 1,000. So I
Wow.
made it to the point. They make me go through a period like this, like what they put me in. So you build up a debt. You go to work, you get another job, you pay off your debt, you make it to the point where you, because they get in touch with my roommates. So my goal is to make it to a point where I'm living by myself and having my own transportation. I made it. I made it. I have the money on me. My boss said he would cover any extra money I need to get a place by myself and a car.
Okay.
That happened like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That's when I made it. So I lost my job. I go home. The cops kick me out of my apartment because of a restraining order in the apartment that is open because I'm the only one paying rent in it. So people squatting in the apartment got a restraining order on me.
Based on what? What
So
were the allegations?
the same allegations that the squirrels go through in LA. I'm planning to put a bomb. I'm planning to kill somebody. Things like that. They told the cops I have a plan to put a bomb somewhere and explode the church or something like that.
Were they in Scientology?
So that's what I'm saying. The story, like every detail has its story. So
Yeah.
my roommates are devil worshippers. And that's how they connected. So during all these years of fair gaming, I dealt with Jehovah's Witnesses, I dealt with Mormons, I dealt with the Mormons, and I dealt with devil worshippers. So it depends on the geographic area. The foot soldier, that's one of them. Depending on the geographic area, the foot soldier change.
Okay.
So if you're in LA, all you're gonna see are Scientologists.
Okay.
You move up to San Jose, you're gonna start seeing people in the AI church or whatever that other cult in San Jose is. People they're worshiping AI
Oh, wow.
and things like that. I've seen on Mormons in San Jose too, Jehovah's Witnesses.
So are you homeless now?
Now I'm staying in the hotel,
Okay.
and that's it. I need to go.
And you don't have a job?
And I just lost my job. My job is in between because, like I told you, I did really great. My boss is trying to have me back. I'm trying to go back. There was ego issues about the way I left and all that. I apologized, came back, apologized. I went back 2-3 times over there. I would suspect that job is not completely gone. I can get it back. But here is the thing. This is why I came here. This is why I wanted to meet you. This is why I wanted to meet you. Or
Trash. Yeah.
I have no chance in an environment.
Shit, I'm losing battery. Go ahead.
I have no chance. You can log into your YouTube on my phone. Anyway, so I have no chance in an environment where there isn't people that know what's up with Scientology. Do you know what I mean? You guys are, because like every time I found a roommate, they get into them. Okay? It's, let's say my roommate, it's a connection of yours, or a connection of trashy BMW, or a connection of street LA in LA. I know I'm at home, I'm protected, because I would have landlord refusing to take my rent. Yeah. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do is, even on that job that is still salvage, I can still salvage job for that job, but I wanna do what they do. Be an environment where I'm connected to people that understand that might happen. Because like if you look at my last job, Like you have 200 customers that tell my boss that I'm the best salesperson they ever seen. And you have 4 or 5 people that come from the nation of Islam, and that was enough to get me out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If I work for somebody that's connected, that knows, that wouldn't happen. And I'm very confident in what I can do at work or what I can do socially. I just need an environment where I'm not being sneaked.
Yeah.
I got kicked like in before this one. Before I lost the previous housing because somebody sent the landlord a text message, told him that I'm an international criminal and I had warrants of arrests against me in different countries.
That's typical Scientology MO,
And
too.
because
Fair game.
Because I'm Muslim and because
Yeah.
I'm religious,
Yeah.
they
We have to fair game them. That's the answer. We have to do fair gaming back to them.
Yes, and because I'm Muslim and because I'm religious, and where I end up living because of my socioeconomic condition is not a highly educated environment or open-minded environment or any of that. So smearing me as a Muslim is super easy with the cops, with everybody. The Santa Clara Police Department put me on the sidewalk, put me in handcuffs. No arrest, nothing, no suspicion, nothing said. I was walking, I was pushed against the wall, put in handcuffs, made to sit on the sidewalk, right by Santa Clara University. They put me in a place where there's a lot of cars parked and there is a space only between 2 cars. They made me sit down there and that's the only way for the student to pass. And they were sitting on the other side of the street in their patrol car, laughing at me anytime a student has to step over me to pass by.
It's terrible. Okay, so what do you think of Scientology?
It's pure
We're
evil.
almost dead, so I need you to say exactly what you think.
I have my opinion as a psychiatrist, as a medical doctor that has extensive knowledge in psychiatry. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
You could only raise morbidity and mortality by going to Scientology. It can only harm you. There is no other way around it. Let's start from the beginning. First, do no harm.
Right.
They are the opposite of that. They would treat you for being single. That's doing harm for something that is not pathological. They would treat you for things that don't require treatment. Second of all mental health issue can be organic. If you don't eliminate organic issues before treating
Meaning
any
biological, right?
biological
Yeah,
issue,
yeah.
because they could be biological.
They don't believe in
could be
that. They
vascular,
really
they
don't.
could
Yeah,
be,
right. They don't believe in medication for psychological
if
issues.
you don't eliminate any biological option, you're not treating anybody. You cannot say I'm treating a mental health issue
No.
if you did not eliminate
No, they
the-
make it worse. Look at
biological
McPherson. I mean, it
issue
was like,
before.
yeah, they've killed people that way.
That's the whole thing. And the whole thing was built on the sadistic wishes of
A psychotic
of
person.
An admitted felon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his felony caused people to die.
Right.
His felony caused the government offices to die. People got shot and people died in Greece, CIA officers during the Operation Snow White. So, and guess what? After that, so this is an organization that infiltrated the government in the way the KGB or any of American enemies was not able to.
Do you have an email address
Yes.
that you are comfortable saying?
Yes.
Okay, so say your email address so people can get in touch with you.
So my email address is prince.enzo.flora@gmail.com.
Okay.
3 bits.
Prince.enzo.flora.
Prince.enzo.flora
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay, there you go. That's it. That's all the battery I've got. I've got to go say goodbye. You can reach me on email anytime you want.
Okay.
And give me, if you have any kind of paper,
So here is
any kind of documentation that substantiates what you've said, let me know. And we can talk again. But I got to run down, say goodbye. I'm going to walk in again.
okay. And Can we talk after you finish? I still need to talk to you.
I gotta walk to the train if you want to walk
Yeah,
with me.
I'll walk.
Okay, all right.
I haven't talked to somebody.
You can stay here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Here comes a Scientologist. Here comes a Sea Org member. Let's ask her what she's doing. She's on the phone. Oh my gosh, she's so, look at her run. Wait a minute. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you in the Sea Organization? When are you moving? When do you guys move to the Ideal Org? Wah, wah. They won't talk. All right, I don't know what that guy was talking about. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about going home. But anyway, who knows? I told him if he had any documentation to send it to my email. He also said his email if anybody's interested in getting in touch with him. Okay, everybody, I'm going home. I wish I could stay for this How to Be a Gentleman. I mean, I could use a few tips myself. So say goodbye to the Hubbard Dianetics Foundation. It's a cult! That's how we say goodbye. In Shannon's language, say goodbye to the Church of Scientology. It's a cult! And I'm walking to the train. Love you guys. You're amazing. I've been here a long time. I'm really hoping to hear something good about DOA tonight. I'm going to say we're going to hear something good. And love you guys. See you next time. Bye.